Hi, and welcome to video number 6. You get to learn how to create and set up your website. Now keep in mind that you really don't need to set up a really fancy website. You technically could have a one-page landing page or squeeze page if you wanted to. However, for the sake of time and assuming that some of you may not be web savvy and you may not know how to set up a website, therefore, in consideration of that, I'm going to be using WordPress because WordPress is very easy to set up. It takes just a few seconds, and literally a few seconds, and we're going to be installing a professional looking website theme. We're going to say no to blog themes, and I'm going to show you how to do all of that in just a minute. What I want to do now is quickly show you how to set up a WordPress site. What you need to do is you need to log into your cPanel, and I'm not going to talk about setting up web hosting or anything like that. You could easily do that by going to HostGator.com, getting a hosting, and getting a domain name. And HostGator will give you information on how to set up your website initially and get cPanel. Once you're at cPanel, all you have to do is scroll all the way to the bottom, click on Fantastico, which is this blue smiley face, click on WordPress, and then click on New Installation. Now you'll see how fast and easy it is to install WordPress in just a few minutes. First, you need to create your username, and then you need to create a password. And then you need to enter the site name. In this case, I'm using a site that says Best Job Interviews Interview Answers.info. So let's say, for example, that I'm running a consulting business that deals with job interviews and things like that, and I help people get high-end jobs like CEO jobs and things like that. So if I were to target that niche, then I could create a site like this, and then I would need to create a WordPress site and so forth. So I could say something like interview, discover how to get that. And you basically enter the description and whatever the password is and click on install. Then all you have to do is click on finish installation and you're done. Now I would recommend that you enter your email address here so that if you lose the information, then you can always go back and get the information, your username and passwords and stuff like that. Now that we're done, we've pretty much set up the WordPress site. In fact, if I go to this page here and I refresh the page, I can see bestjobinterviewanswers.info. So this is by default what WordPress installs, and this is what it looks like. Now we want to change the look of this website because right now it looks like a blog. We don't want it to look like a blog. There's nothing wrong with it. You can make it look like a blog if you want to, but we want to, in this video series, we're going to do this. So I'm going to go to woothemes.com, and you don't have to use WooThemes. You can go to Google and you can type in WordPress themes, business related themes. And there are tons and tons of sites out there that can make your WordPress blog look like an actual theme, like a professional theme, as you can see here. So these are sites, there's WooThemes here, but there's also other sites that provide the same or similar type professional website designs, which is what we're looking for. So once you've picked it out, some of these WooThemes themes are free and some of these themes you have to pay for. So you really have to look at your budget and see what you can pay or what you can pick and choose. Now, in this example, I'm just going to pick a random theme, and I'm going to show you how to install that theme so you understand how to do that. So really you can pick any theme you want, but while this is loading, you're going to need to upload the files. So to do that, you need to go to FileZilla.com and download their FTP program. It's not FileZilla.com, it's FileZilla. Yeah, okay. It's FileZilla-project.org. Apparently somebody had taken that domain name. But anyways, you go here, you download the client, and this is what the client is going to look like. And what you want to do is you want to log into your web hosting. And then you want to go under public_HTML or your HTML folder. And then you want to go to WP-content. And then under themes, that's where all your themes are located. So right now you see one theme, right? This is the same theme that you see right here. So as you can see, for just showing you how to do this, I've downloaded this by clicking download, and I'm going to go to the zip file and unzip this file. I'm going to find the folder, and I'm going to drag and drop this over here. So while that's uploading, I'm going to go back over here, and I'm going to log into the administrative panel. So if you go to your website /wp-admin, you will be forwarded to the WordPress dashboard. I'm going to go ahead and log in, and you want to go to the appearance section, and then you'll notice here it says available themes. This is the theme that we just uploaded, and all I have to do is click on activate, and you'll see how easy this is, and I'm done. So if I go to the main site, you'll notice that it has been changed, and the layout has changed and everything like that. So installing a theme is actually a very easy thing to do when dealing with WordPress. Now the question is, well, how do you set up a post and things like, or a page and things like that? Well, setting up a page is very easy. Let's say, for example, that I want it so when somebody visits this page, the first thing they see is this. Now this is the default post, so to change that, you need to go under Posts, and of course you should delete that existing post. Move this to trash, and then what we're going to do is add a brand new post. This free video on video marketing. And what you would do is here you can upload the video. You can add a video by clicking this and then choosing the file and uploading the video. Now keep in size, it says maximum upload size video can only be 2 megabytes. So in this case you probably want to upload a video to YouTube and then just post the code here. So if you post the code, you click on HTML and put the code here. And then I'll just say video here, just so that you can kind of get a note that the video is there. Once you're done, we click on publish. You go back to this page and click on refresh. And as you can see, the first thing you see is watch this free video on video marketing. And the video would be located here. Now you can do this, and you can say, you can put right underneath it, a subscription box and say, hey, you've watched this free video. Here's another video that you can watch as well. And then you funnel them into your list, and then you pretty much keep in touch with them and follow up with them with several more freebies, free videos, and free stuff to build that relationship, and then you can offer them a consulting offer. Now that you know how to set up a website, and you saw how easy that was, let's talk about autoresponders. Now, in relation to your consulting business, of course, you're going to want to build your list. And you want to do that because if somebody gets to your page and you provide some valuable information, then you want to be able to follow up with them up to the point where you've helped them enough and they've realized that you are the go-to person for this area, and they go out and seek out your consulting or done-for-you services. Now we're going to talk about an autoresponder. In order to set up an autoresponder with WordPress, you're going to need either a WordPress plugin or Aweber or GetResponse or anything like that. Now, I'm going to show you how different ways you could either use a WordPress plugin that integrates with Aweber, or you can use a WordPress plugin that I'm about to show you that will allow you to build your list, have an autoresponder, and have a newsletter. So you have two different choices. But before you actually set it up, you're going to need to give away something for free. Something valuable, but something for free. Think about something that you're going to pay money for, consulting wise, but you give away for free. Because people think, wow, this person is giving something that may cost $47, $97, but they're giving it away for free. And they're doing that. That usually catches your eye, and once they have read over, watched over your information, you've pretty much built a relationship with them, and they'll either come to you for consulting and done-for-you services or so forth. So the point of the autoresponder is just to get them on your list so that you can follow up with them. So as you saw earlier, there were two different ways of going about integrating a list or building your list using WordPress. The first way is to integrate with your existing autoresponder, which could be Aweber, GetResponse, and so forth. Now, I recommend that you go to Google and simply type in WordPress and Aweber. If you do that, at the top, you'll get this link. When you get to that link, you'll see how easy it is to integrate it. All you have to do, well, you can watch this video, but I'm going to talk about it. All you have to do is you create a web form with Aweber first. Once you're done with that, then you can go to the WordPress control panel under Appearance. So if you go to Appearance and then Widgets, and then go to Text, and it says on the Widgets page, locate the text option under here and drag it to the upper right under Sidebar. So as you can see, Sidebar here, you would basically drag and drop it over here. And since it's kind of small to see, I'm going to drag it and drop it here. And actually, it says available widgets and inactive widgets. You'd actually have to click on the inactive widget for text and then drag it. And as you can see, it has moved over. It says after that, the text widget will automatically expand into the text area. Simply paste your script, which is this, into the text area, and that's it. So you can see how easy that was if you choose to go with Aweber or GetResponse. And you can do the same thing if you are using GetResponse. Do everything up until here, and then when you enter the code, you can just enter your GetResponse code, your iContact code, or any other autoresponder system that you're using. Now, if you want to go the route and you don't have Aweber, GetResponse, or anything like that, go to Google, type in WP Autoresponder and Newsletter plugin. Now I'm going to show you right now how to install a plugin for WordPress. Now when you get this, you want to click the one at the top here. Then the next thing you want to do is click on download. As you can see here, it says with the autoresponder you can create email newsletters, follow-up autoresponders, and provide subscriptions to blog via email. Now to install a plugin, it's similar to installing a theme. All you have to do is find the zip file, unzip that zip file, And then of course go here, and then instead of themes you want to upload it to plugins. So I would go here and drag and drop it over here, and then of course I'd wait it for it to upload the files. Now as that is doing that, I'm going to close this, I'm going to pause this, and we're going to activate the plugin in just a minute. Now that we have uploaded it, all you need to do is go back to your WordPress dashboard, click on plugins, and then find the plugin as you can see here and click on activate. Now as you can see, usually these are not really error messages, some of them are, but some of these just tell you what you need to do. It says you must set your address in the newsletter settings page. So basically you would need to enter your address at road, whatever, city, state, zip code kind of thing. So because of the CAN-SPAM Act, you need to enter that first before you can do anything else. Now the WP Responder is very, very easy to use. In fact, it's going to automatically choose an email address. However, if you want to change this email address, which is basically the notifications will come to this email address. If you want to change it, you just click on this and then enter your email address. But I'm going to leave it as is. Email limit. I'm going to put this to 0, and I recommend that you do the same, because if you put it at 100 and you send it out, your emails out to, let's say, 1,000 people, within a 10-hour span, those people will receive those emails. However, that means if you're sending out a time-limited offer, those 1,000 people will not receive it at that same moment. So put it at 0 and click on Save Settings. Now I'm going to briefly walk you through on how to use this newsletter plugin, but most of it is pretty self-explanatory. Primarily, the first thing you need to do is click on newsletters. Now it really depends on you. Are you going to create a newsletter, or are you going to create an autoresponder? So you have two options. But before you can create an autoresponder, you need to create a newsletter. So that's the first thing we're going to do, is create a newsletter by clicking that button. And then the next thing you'll need to do is you'll need to enter your name. And as you can see, enter your name for the newsletter. This will be shown to the subscribers when they unsubscribe. And I would put your name here as well. And then the from email, we're going to use this. And then you have a reply to email, which basically means if somebody wants to reply to you, are they going to send the emails here, or are you not going to take any replies? So you could even do something like this, no reply. And the public description is optional, but I'm just going to click on Create Newsletter. After you create your newsletter, then you can create autoresponders, and then you can import a list in. So as you can see, you can create an autoresponder if you like. You can go down here and import existing subscribers. Let's say, for example, you have a list of 599 subscribers. You could go ahead and import them using this feature. But in order to do this, you need to create a newsletter first. Once you've created that newsletter, then you can import, then you can create autoresponders, and then you can do other stuff. You could also create subscription forms as well. And as I showed you earlier, if you create this, it can appear in your widgets section. So as you can see, it says click on Create New Form button below to place the newly created subscription form in the sidebar of your blog. Go to the widgets section. So let me show you how to do this real quick. So creating a subscription form is pretty easy. You need to name it. You need to select the newsletter. The return URL is basically after somebody subscribes, what are they going to see? So what we've done now is we've created the form, and this is the code. So what you can do is select all the code by right-clicking, selecting all, copy, and then you can go to the widgets section, which is located under Appearance, and then Widgets. And you see the text here, right? You could enter the text here if you want to, or you could just drag and drop this over here. So if you wanted to get rid of this text, because we use this for the Aweber, you can just drag and drop it over, and that's it. That's how easy it is to add an autoresponder to your site. Now that you know how to set up a autoresponder, let's talk about images. Once you set up your WordPress website, you have an autoresponder, you definitely want to have some sort of images. You could outsource it if you want to. You could go to Rent-A-Coder, Scriptlance.com, or Odesk.com to outsource your image designs and things like that. Or if you want to make it simple, you can just go ahead and go to a site like BigStockPhoto.com or XXC.hu, which is a royalty-free site and provides you with professional images. So including images with your post or your landing page and things like that often will help increase your conversions, because a picture is worth 1,000 words. Now that you know how to set up your website, let's move on to the next video, and I'm going to show you how to pre-launch. Pre-launch will help you build up curiosity and build up some momentum so that whether you approach somebody about consulting or so forth, you have a higher conversion rate.